Good morning, y'all. What a beautiful day. Oh my goodness. This is so good. I think we're going to get up to something like 67 today, and the sun's going to be out, and it's supposed to be the same way tomorrow too, I think. But anyway, that will really help the paint to dry. Now, y'all, it's going to be so hard for me to wait 5 days, a week, just to make sure that all my bay windows are nice and dry. If you've ever had the experience before where you've painted something and you didn't wait and you set something down on it, and when you picked it up, you pulled up some paint. Oh, I've done that. But so it's going to take some patience to do that, and I especially want to get my little tiny Christmas tree up. Roberto's coming today about 11 o'clock, and hopefully he's going to finish up. There were a couple of patches that he had to wait to dry before he can paint over them with the blue. Why do I keep calling it blue? Because it looks blue to me. I love that color. I know I keep saying that, but I really do. And you know what? It's really close to the outside color of the cottage. It's pretty close. But let me see what else. Oh, I made that little tiny video, and I'll probably attach it to this one, where I took all the handles off, and oh my gosh, y'all, they were that tacky brass. Oh, yucky. Now, I should have maybe washed them in some TSP, and I'll tell you why I didn't do that. I thought I was going to be helpful. I don't know. But where all my painting supplies are, that's where the TSP is. And so the inside gizmo where the handle attaches to had a bunch of tape around it. So I pulled all that tape off and shut the door. Y'all, the handle wasn't on there, and I sure hope Roberto can get that door open, because that's going to make me really sad. I have a lot of good stuff in that closet. So the handles, as you saw in the video, look really nice. Now, the color that's on my wall sconces is called like Venetian bronze or something. I could not find that color paint. So this hammered paint looks fine, and they're way across the room from each other, which makes it woohoo, even better. But yeah, I'm exhausted, y'all, and wow. I'm gonna sit, and I'm going, before I do anything else, I do want to do the handles today though, but before I do anything else, I need to sit, and I need take up the whole driveway, sweetie, it doesn't matter. I need to make a list. I need to make a list of everything I need to do. Now, I'm trying to, there we go, a little bit of shade. So I've got to make that list. And then in my notes thingy that's on my phone that I use for everything, I take all kinds of notes. When y'all send me a channel to watch and try out, that goes over there. Books goes over there. So I make a lot of notes. Measurements goes over there. Now, y'all know, before I get on to something else, once I get all the things, the chores, whatever you want to call them, once I get all those things in the notes, it allows you to move them. You can scoot them up, scoot them down. So that way, then I can put them in the order that I need to. Okay. Now, you have to be careful when you tell your painters, oh, don't worry about the floors. Y'all saw in another video, uh, the last one I put out, I think I was showing y'all my floors in the bedroom. And boy, howdy, let me tell you, they did not worry about the floors at all, which is fine, y'all. I don't really care. I just hope that there's not a glop of paint and I walk through it, or Miss Hazel walks through it. Okay? So that's the only thing that I'd be concerned about. So there's so much to do, y'all. I have to make sure there's no paint on the windows, and they did a really good job. I found a few spots, but barely any. And one of y'all asked me, "Oh, why are they covering up the windows?" Well, that's why. So we don't have to go back with a putty knife or a razor blade and get all that off of there. Vacuuming. Now, y'all, because they did a lot of prep work, they used an electric sander. There is sanding dust. I don't know what you call it. It's not sawdust, but sanding dust everywhere. Thick coats everywhere. Now, not on my paint because they did the prep work before they painted. But the floors, oh my gosh. So I used my little dirt devil and I vacuumed my bedroom floor last night. And that's where I want Roberto to finish up today, because I will tell y'all, my hair is wet and I think it's that mousse I'm using. Anyway, oh yeah, I should have asked Roberto to either start in my bedroom and finish that up, or start in the living room and finish that up, so I could have at least one room that was finished. And I know you cannot do all the trim and all the painting and have it all dry, especially when all your trim is being done in semi-gloss. But at least it would have been done enough so that Hazel and I could have hung out in there more instead of, spending so much time in the van. Hazel loves the van. Let me see if I can show y'all. Can you say hi, Hazel? She's all chilled out. That's because we have not gotten our McDonald's yet this morning. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. So that would be something. If you're getting your home painted and you're still living there, be sure you get one room finished so that you can, have somewhere that you can go and be. Yeah, Hazel and I both love hanging out in the van, but after more than a week of doing that, she got tired of it, and so did I. So anyway, it's almost done. Hopefully Roberto can finish today, and then I'm going to start cleaning. Lots of dusting, vacuuming. Now, my poor little vacuum cleaner, I had ordered a new little, it's a square little filter that snaps down in there, but that girl has got the most beautiful hair. It was kind of black with a lot of little tiny gray stripes in it. Anyway, and it was nice and straight. So, yeah, lost my train of thought. Um, that always reminds me of Vivian Kimberlin. Whoop! Um, so anyway, I forgot what I was talking about, but my vacuum cleaner, that those particles are so fine that really sweeping them, and there's a way to sweep, y'all, and I know I'm picky. I'll be the first to say that I am picky. But when I see somebody taking a broom and they're just whoosh, 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 that drives me crazy, because all you're doing is throwing dirt back up in the air. So if that's the way you sweep, you probably should leave your dusting until last. It's good to sweep slow and steady, but that's just me. But these particles are so fine, y'all, that I'm going to try to sweep as much as I can very gently. But the rest of it, I'm going to have to vacuum. And my poor little vacuum cleaner, I'm hoping that little filter thingy is going to come really soon. It should have already come with an Amazon thing. They're really cheap. I should have gotten two so I'd have one on, a reserved one. But anyway, I hope it doesn't ruin my little vacuum cleaner. I love that thing. Okay, vacuuming. I've got to do the windows. I want to put my pretty little vinyl window covering back up. Let me see. Oh, all the drawer liner and shelf liner, that pretty pink stuff that I got. I want to get that all put up. And actually, I'm going to need probably 2 more rolls of that, because I'm just going to go ahead and use it throughout the house. And that means I've got 20 drawers to do. 21. Yeah, I've got 21 drawers to do. So, and it wasn't expensive. 3 something a roll. Now, it's not like those great big old fat rolls you can get for 5 something, $5.97 at Walmart, but for what you get, it's pretty inexpensive. So I need to get all that done, and that leads me to curtains. Now, I really wanted to use tension rods, but my windows in the living room are so wide that I would have to get tension rods that expand to 120 inches. Now those are like $48.95. You might as well say $50. So just for the rods alone, that would cost me $150. And that's a semi-temporary thing that I'm doing. I'm hoping to get our handyman Patrick to put the new stuff in the bay windows. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use cheap sheets and thumbtacks. And I've got good trim all the way around my windows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the thumbtacks on the top of my trim. So where I put those thumbtacks is not going to be visible at all. So I'll start in the middle of the window, and I'll put a few little thumbtacks along there so it'll be sturdy enough so I can move my little footstool down and put some more tacks in. Now, y'all, this is what us po people always did, okay? Only we didn't use thumbtacks, we used nails. People have been using using sheets for curtains as long as I've been alive. So I'm going to try to make them a little attractive by maybe putting some little gathers or in them so they're not just hung like that and flat. Oh my gosh, y'all. Once my new floors are in, um, then when they're nice and mopped and dry and clean, I can lay my linen fabric out and be able to figure out how I'm going to cut those and make them fit inside the windows. Now, I showed y'all before that they're tracks just like the metal ones were, and they have these little slidey things in them, and they're a little circle and they have a hole in them. So I got these little, I call them jaws clips. They hook into the little circle, and then you can pinch the fabric. And y'all have seen those before because I've used them a lot. You get the round ones and they've got the little pinchy thing. Well, anyway, once those are up, then I want to work on my more permanent curtains in the living room. The other reason I didn't want to use them is there's probably, I think, 2 coats at least of semi-gloss paint on all the trim. And the windows, somebody explained how to do that because they knew exactly what I was talking about. When you put some little shims in there so that the windows aren't out like this and don't have y'all, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I didn't want to have the rubber ends maybe stick on that semi-gloss paint and pull it off. But the cost was the main thing. Why on earth am I going to spend $150 on those tension rods? Now, if I wasn't going to put the track thingies in there with the slider things, I think that's the way I would have gone, because there's no pounding holes in the walls. I hate that. That's why I use command strips for everything. I rarely use a nail or anything to hang pictures with, to hang Hazel's dog leashes on. I do not like nails. I hate holes in the wall. Command strips are awesome. You can peel those little suckers right off, and you can move them if you don't put them in the right place. I'm so excited. And I've got to stop this. I'm almost at 20 minutes. I'm exhausted, y'all. I think now I'm exhausted because I'm so excited, and there's so many things that I want to do. All my pretty little stuff, I want to get that out. I want to decide what I'm going to put up and then what I'm going to save to switch it out later. Deborah Pate is a wonderful artist. She painted a picture just for me, and I want to put that in a beautiful place. Mango sent me 2 big pictures of her original art, and one of them is going to go right above the refrigerator, because that's what you see when you first walk in the front door. So I want to put that right there. And sweetie, I don't know if you wanted me to use your name, but she sent me a picture, y'all, and I hope I don't get it wrong, sweetie, but it's a beautiful little picture of birds, and I believe she cross-stitched them. Beautiful. So, I know I said I wanted to wait, but I would love for you to send me that. It's beautiful, and it's handmade by you. So, oh my gosh, 20 minutes. Okay, y'all, that's it. I'm going to eat breakfast. I'm going to go home and get started somewhere. Okay, y'all. Thank you for hanging in there, for making your comments. I always love your suggestions. I love to hear your stuff. Now, I'm going to end with this. One of the ladies in our community asked if you could help her with a few gifts for her foster baby that she's had since it was a few weeks old. This baby was born addicted to drugs. Y'all, let me tell you, when I was going to be a foster mother and went through all that training, you have to be a special person to be able to handle one of those babies. They cry and scream non-stop, because their little bodies are trying to fight that addiction. Now, Alice put her address in her comment. Her name is Alice Devins. She's been a viewer for a long time, y'all. There's a fly in here. I don't know why you want to catch more flies with honey. Who wants flies? But anyway, y'all, I would feel comfortable helping Alice out a little bit. Y'all know babies grow so fast, and she lives where it's really cold. Pennsylvania is cold, y'all. So I'm just putting that out there, y'all. I want to try to send her a little something, and if y'all feel that in your heart, if you're a praying person, just pray about that. I mean, just a couple bucks will help her. It adds up. So, Alice, I'm glad you did that. If you weren't a long-time viewer, you know that has not been on my channel for a long time, I would not be supporting you in that. So, y'all, I love you so much, and you mean the world to me. I just can't tell you. But do something fun today. I have so many fun things to do. I don't even know where to begin. So, I'll talk to you later. Bye now.